They have done it in the past.
They have done it in the past. It's a good defensive team. Tony Douglas can really score. They've got some very good freshmen, especially Chris Singleton. And they're always difficult to beat down there. And I think Florida State has gotten off to a really good start in this season. Having a signature win over a team like Duke or Carolina is what they need to make a confidence problem. And you're playing a team that presses. They're giving you an opportunity. And Gonzaga's got to have an attack mentality in this game and take advantage of that opportunity that pressing is going to give them.
Tatum thought about it. Now he'll drive with the underhand scoop. He's got a good feeling about how things are going.
Well, considering he scored every point, and I'm not sure that Tennessee can keep this up. They've got to get somebody else, but Tatum has come in here in this start, and when the rest of his team has been struggling, he's really stepped forward.
Brian Williams in the lineup for the first time for Tennessee as well. Trying to defend Heitbell. They're looking to get it to him.
He was open, too. Micah Downs just missed him.
Yep. Here's Pargo. The quick crossover. Bolden, 4 on the shot clock. Got a drive, puts it up with the right hand. Williams, the aforementioned big man, clears the glass.
Tatum's open in the corner.
Oh boy, is he ever. There goes. Oh, chance for a 4-pointer. You couldn't get that ball over to them quick enough, could you? You saw it from here.
When you are hot, you're hot, and everybody should be looking for Cameron Tatum because he has proven to be hot. You ride that horse until it dies. And right now, that horse is taking you toward the finish line in fine fashion. Cameron Tatum setting his feet, and a terrific pass by Josh Tabb. He's a lefty and used that left hand to just push pass it into the corner. And Tatum having a little bit too much to say there. He needs to just keep playing because he's playing very well.
Cameron Tatum, 14. Gonzaga, 7.
Might be time to bring out that Jimmy Patsos triangle in 2 and put the 2 on Tatum.
Chisholm with the rebound. Got it up to Tatum, who lost the handle momentarily. Well, you might as well let him touch it again if you can get it to him. I think the heat check's over. We know it's hot. Here it goes. That one's partially blocked. And Pargo will take it out of midair, but he stepped on the baseline.
Pargo rebounds and out of bounds. Basketball to Tennessee.
Cameron Tatum, all 14 of Tennessee's points. He'll get a chance to cool off the sizzle over there on the bench for a minute.
Got to watch Brian Williams here on the inbounds pass. They like to just throw it up or maybe lob it.
Comes out front to Josh Tabb. And Tabb is bumped.
Pressure on the ball, just got that elbow.
Oh, almost in the backcourt, but threw it away anyway.
Those are the kind of turnovers that really kill you as a coach. It's just a simple inbounds play and you turn it over.
Let's see if Gonzaga can get some offense going. They had the lead 6-0 early.
If they set ball screens, 2 or 3 of them, they're going to get some openings because Tennessee did not handle ball screens very well when they played Kansas.
Pargo tried to just power through 2 defenders and he lost the ball. Heitbell will clear the glass. 7 minutes in, Tennessee up by 7. Nice lead underneath, but a block shot by Chisholm.
Chisholm knocked it away from Tabb trying to get down the floor.
That jump stop is going to be a foul.
What a bad break for Tennessee. Wayne Chisholm with the block and just trying to run the floor. He can't fault the effort, but he was the one that knocked that ball away from Josh Tabb, and Dimitri Goodson just took it to the rack. And Tabb, that was not a very good foul because he did it in kind of wimpy fashion. I mean, go after the ball. If you're going to get that foul, make sure that Goodson can't complete the play, and he just about was able to put that in.
Goodson, 61% from the free throw line so far this year. They maintain a 5-point lead with just under 13 minutes to play in the first half.
So Gonzaga going with a 2-3 zone here. Place to get it is in the middle. They can get into the middle of that zone and make a play from the middle. They can find some open shots.
Taking it in is didn't know if we'd even see. As the flu, didn't look like he had the flu on that one. He flew right over his defender for his first basket.
You know what's funny, Brad? Sometimes players can play better when they're not feeling well.
Concentrate more.
Well, you're concentrating on the things you can do instead of flying all over the place. And Scotty Hobson, who's been pulling the trigger, frankly, on some shots maybe he shouldn't be taking throughout the season. A little shot fake, and he drove it.
Gray misses a three, and Hobson's got the rebound.
Hobson's come in, done two very good things in 2 trips.
Williams, quick hook. Ball still loose, and Gonzaga can't find a handle. Nobody could. Timeout. 11:57 remaining in the first half. Tennessee's matched its biggest advantage of the ball game, up 7 with 11:57 to go in the half.
Gonzaga.
All right, Carl. Fast start for Tennessee indeed. They lead 16-9. Speaking of
Selected, he's had a great NBA career. It was great to see him win a championship last year.
Absolutely. Here's Hobson outside, and he hits a three. So Hobson with the flu. Tatum, who's healthy. Those two have all of Tennessee's points.
And what a terrific play by Tennessee, getting the ball into the middle, into the hands of Tyler Smith, the playmaker, who was able to get it to Scotty Hobson, who could step into that shot. And you know, Hobson, he's such a great athlete. When he can drive the ball, he's that much more effective. But see, the ball, he gets the ball into the middle of the floor, draws the defense, everybody inside the lane, and Hobson able to step into that shot for three.
Goodson with Mays on him. Lead is double digits. And now that'll send Day to the free throw line.
Every time there's been a roll off a ball screen, whether it's been Josh Heitfeld or whether it's been Austin Day, they've been wide open. Here's the ball screen, the hedge, nobody comes over. That is just way too easy. I mean, if you're going to hedge like that, you've got to be able to hedge and recover.
They got one of two.
One thing you don't want to do, Brad, as we talked about before, is letting a really good scorer see the ball go through the net. And when you foul a guy like Austin Day, it gives him the confidence of watching that ball go through a couple times.
Hobson, just a power feed to Chisholm.
How did that ball get through there?
He had some Zuzu on that baby, or it never would have got there because somebody had a hand on it.
It depends on which coach is watching on film, because Bruce Pearl's going to say, hey, great pass. And Mark Few's going to say, how could you let that get through there?
There's a nice cut to the basket by Bolden again. And that's what's gotten Gonzaga most of its points.
2-3 zone again. Again, the middle is open. Tyler Smith's the guy that has to get to the middle. Move the ball from side to side and attack with a flash.
They get it to him on the wing, and he'll try to back in. And feeds Chisholm again. Left hand this time for the big guy.
Chisholm kind of hid behind the back of that zone. He just flashed in there, and give a lot of credit to Tyler Smith for seeing him.
Down short on a three. Rebound off to Prince. Back comes Tennessee with an 11-point cushion. Prince going to try a triple of his own.
Did he get off the floor?
It didn't look like it. He's had a bad ankle. He missed 3 games with a bad ankle. And that looked like me taking a shot out there. Bolden on the drive.
Well, if Tennessee is building a wall defensively, that wall has got an awful lot of holes in it, because Matt Bolden just went 85 feet and nobody got in his way. Went all the way to the rim.
Nice lob, but Chisholm foul's going to be on Day before Wayne could go up.
Good player. You can see right here, there's that pass that gets through. That's just bad defense by Austin Day, not playing up the line. He needed to be up the line to get that pass. And very nice flash, getting by Day again, been burned twice. Just a nice little flash in the middle of that zone. When you stay behind it, you make the defense turn its head.
That three-pointer won't go, but Tyler Smith's in the right place to keep it alive. And he'll go back up with it. And he's fouled.
Every shot that goes up for Tennessee, Brad, they send 4 guys to the offensive glass. And Gonzaga cannot jump with the Volunteers. They have got to hit them and turn and go. Whether it's a box out or whether you just hit and go, you have got to lay body on a Tennessee Volunteer, or they're going to cut you up on the glass.
Here's Mr. Versatility at the free throw line. Tyler Smith, who has his first point. He's 8th in the conference in scoring, 18th in rebounding, 9th in assists, 12th in field goal percentage and 15th in free throw percentage. He's that kind of guy. He doesn't have a great shot. He just works hard all the time. All SEC a year ago, and there's his first 2 points in the ballgame.
You know, with all those accolades, I don't think he's played his best yet.
No, I don't either.
I think he's got a lot better in him, and as his teammates get better, he's going to be able to do more with them.
Well, Notre Dame's got that long winning streak of 44 games and a year-old buddy. And now Bruce Pearl, 37 straight here. Goes back to Kentucky over 2 years ago. And backdoor cut, the bounce pass intercepted by Prince. Ahead. And one.
I'll tell you what, Brad, Emmanuel Negadu did a great job on defense on the last possession and then just raced out the other end. Terrific pass ahead by J.P. Prince, but Negadu really fought on the other end to keep Josh Heitfeld from rolling after that high ball screen. Might have fouled him, but at least he fought him. And that's the kind of effort that Bruce Pearl needs defensively and the kind of energy that Emmanuel Negadu can bring into this game.
Negadu, 82% free throw shooter, shows why. 3-point play, and the lead swells to 28-14 as the Volunteers have got the Bulldogs doubled.
Look how much more active Negadu is, getting out there, hedging and recovering. And he has done a much better job on ball screens just in 2 possessions.
Bolden, nice fadeaway jumper, showing his outside shooting prowess. He's got 7. He's trying to hold things together here.
Another thing Bolden can do is post up, and Gonzaga will run some sets to get him posting up against a guard.
Cameron Tatum down on the low block. Let's see if they try to run him free. He was so hot early.
Looking with this 2-3 zone. I think Tennessee needs a little bit more movement against it. They're a little stagnant right now.
6 on the shot clock. Long ball by Tatum. Got it! He took that one from Hill Street. Pargo, that's his first basket.
What a strong move. Bobby Mays played pretty darn good defense to force a very difficult shot. And Pargo, you can see the power that he has and the explosiveness. And he was a 2-guard West Coast Conference Player of the Year last year. And this year more of a, what I would say, trying to be a pure point guard. He's really done a good job of it.
Well, Cameron Tatum, he has been all over the place for the Volunteers tonight. He's a point shy of his career high, and we still have 7:41 to go in the first half. It's enough to make you smile in Knoxville.
Sports.
Carl, we got an answer for you. Jay's got it. What's it called?
It's called the transitive property of equality.
That's right.
Boston College had a little hangover after beating North Carolina, the #1 team.
That means Harvard's #1.
That means that Harvard, actually should be #1 because Boston College beat #1 and Harvard beat Boston College.
Right. I got
Therefore, Harvard is now the #1 team. They are the transitive property of equality #1 team. I think it's pretty simple, and people should jump on the bandwagon.
I think so too, and that's a big win for Tommy and the group.
Jeremy Lin's a really good player, but I think anybody would admit, even Tommy Amaker, as proud as he is of the effort of his team, that Boston College had to help them out. And clearly Boston College wasn't ready for a fight when they went into that game with Harvard. Here's Bolden posting up, trying to get Cameron Tatum into the post.
Bolden all the way in the lane, up and under, and rejected out of there by Tyler Smith. And the scramble for the ball. Good hustle by both teams. Ira Brown and Tatum on the deck, and it's going to go over to Gonzaga.
Cameron Tatum did a really nice job. Gonzaga ran that 2-3 set to get Bolden inside and post him up in the middle, and Tatum pushed him all the way out of the lane and rooted him out of there because he was open.
They got to think about the shot clock now, and Pargo does miss the shot. Tipped out. Nice job by Heitfeld to give him another chance. Here's Brown for 3. Big shot for Ira Brown.
Ira Brown has the distinction of being the oldest player on the floor at 26 years old. Spent 5 years in the minor leagues as a pitcher.
And he just pitched his second 3-pointer of the year.
2-3 zone, and Tennessee looking to screen the zone, essentially set a ball screen on the top of that 2-3 zone.
And tap.
Picked up the foul.
The crowd has settled just a little bit. I know it's a 10-point game, but they were into it moments ago, and now if the Bulldogs can score on this trip, they're going to take a little bit more out of it. Well, that will help the crowd's cause. Tyler Smith with the steal.
Gonzaga very fortunate there, made a stand. That was a horrible pass by Josh Heidfeld.
Heidfeld for three. Bolden kept it alive. They bring it back out on top to Pargo. Ooh, I don't know about that behind the backfield. He's got more turnovers than he's got points tonight, I'll tell you that much.
Well, just a couple of bad decisions. First a shot by Heidfeld, and then Pargo needed to pull it back out and run something.
And Woolridge missed a three badly.
It's almost like a bad decision being matched by bad decision by each team right now.
Exactly. We're under 6 minutes. Heidfeld, there's a good decision. Knocked down to three.
It's a good decision if it goes in.
He's capable of shooting pretty well out there if you give him enough room. And
the Big East.
Well, the SEC right now is taking a hit. Tennessee's the only ranked team in the SEC at number 25, having slipped down from basically being up in the top 10 or close to it. With Arkansas's win last night in Fayetteville over Texas, that should put the Hogs in the rankings. And while a lot of those teams in the SEC may not be ranked, the competitiveness, I think we're going to have good games all year. At least that's what we're looking forward to on Super Tuesday every Tuesday night.
Well, the SEC is still a great league, and it just may not be quite as powerful as we would expect year after year after year. It's set such a high standard with all the Final Four teams and ranked teams, but they're going to have some really good teams come out of this league by the end.
Offensive foul called on Brown, and that stops a 8-0 Gonzaga run. They had things going their way. They got it down to single digits, though, at the 5-minute mark here in Knoxville.
Part of being a really good team, Brad, is knowing when to pull the trigger and knowing when to pull it back out. And both teams are struggling with that right now.
Tatum pulled it from way out here and missed it.
And you take a quick shot, you can't expect there to be any offensive rebounding.
There's a whistle, foul inside. Wins 27 losses, the 6th Baptist coach to 400 victories, and second among active coaches, only to Roy Williams. And really has been a guy that's just sort of ignited not just Knoxville, but he's kind of put a boost in the whole SEC the way he goes about things.
Well, he's done a great job. I mean, he sold this program, and I think a lot of people, myself included, weren't sure that this kind of excitement at Tennessee and this kind of consistency was really possible. And he has proven that it's possible, and he's done it by virtue of his will and his enthusiasm, and obviously great coaching.
Nice drive to the basket by Prince.
Nice job of lifting that 2-3 zone and attacking it.
Bolden looking for a screen from Heidfeld.
Tennessee's been sticking man-to-man all game, and this is a guy they always have to stay with.
Man, Stephen Gray, that one was way out there.
He's a player. He may be the most complete player on this Gonzaga team. Stephen Gray has got a lot of ability, but he's got such a laid-back personality. I'm not sure he really realizes just how good he is.
Jay, this is an 11-2 run for Gonzaga right now. It was 31-16 not that long ago.
It's been a quiet run, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Been nothing spectacular about it, but I think Tennessee has participated in this run by making some bad decisions.
Bobby Mays, a triple on the way. Kept alive and tipped up and in. By who else? Cameron Tatum. And he's just matched his career high all in the first half.
Well, Brad, when Tennessee runs good offense, then they've got offensive rebounders there, and they're that much more difficult to deal with. When they take quick shots, they are not giving their offensive rebounders an opportunity to clean up a miss.
Gray almost threw it away.
It's amazing how much more intense their defense is after a score, isn't it?
Yep, it is. Chisholm pulls off the backside rebound, and then he's fouled. With 3:07 remaining in the half, J.P. Prince kind of got things going, got the excitement going for Tennessee. And then Cameron Tatum. It's almost like Cameron Indoor here tonight at Thompson Bowling. He's got 19.
There is no way, Jimmy, and he wants you back because I don't shine his shoes quite as well as you do. He's already told me he likes a spit shine to be able to see his face in it. But let's take a look at the great job done by Brian Williams here. Brian Williams is right here. Watch on ball reversal how he seals off Josh Heitfeld and just gets his rear end into him and seals him off, and that allows J.P. Prince to get all the way to the rim. That is, I know Jimmy has talked about using your backside to post up and clear space, and that's exactly what Brian Williams did there by making that lane available for his teammate J.P. Prince to get all the way to the rack.
That wasn't quite a butt post, Jimmy Joe, but that was a butt screen, so I know you'll be happy about that. Chisholm at the free throw line. You talk about a guy that's improved his free throw shooting from a year ago. I'm telling you, he never shot 60% in the first 2 years. He right now is shooting a little bit over 76% from the line.
He does need to improve his socks, though.
I like the socks.
Those are socks you would never wear.
Yes, I would. Only to a clown show. Those are beauties.
I'll tell you, you know you've got game when you wear socks like that.
Absolutely.
And he does have game. He has really improved through the course of his career here at Tennessee.
That is appalling as the high dribble by Goodson, and he turns it over.
Just trying to use that little hesitation move, and Goodson is so quick. I think he's a better shooter than he has shown because he's not pulling the trigger as often as he should. He can get by people so easily, but when he hesitated, he just brought that ball to rest, and that is a no-no in the rule book.
Under 3 minutes now. Chisholm double team, forced one up there. Heitfeld clears off the miss. Here comes Pargo, who's got only 1 assist and 5 turnovers tonight. He struggled.
A good switch by Tyler Smith off that ball screen. Switching is probably the way to go because they can guard multiple positions 1 through 4.
Here's Jeremy with a teardrop on the baseline. Whistle on the rebound.
Micah Downs.
Yeah.
Boy, Cameron Tatum. And I watched him get 17 against Georgetown. He knocked down 5 of 6 threes. But he's done all that in the first half. And he's a player that's a hungry scorer. He's a good athlete that can run the floor. But he has been so confident and such a big boost in this first half. Scored the first 14 points for Tennessee. Without him, I think they would have been lost.
Matched his career high that he had against Chattanooga back in November.
Scotty Hobson has some arc on that shot, doesn't he? He can bring rain with that thing.
Might bring snow tonight to Knoxville. That's what they're predicting, but it really never snows here, does it? Tyler Smith, the scoop, trying to get his own miss, and Heitfeld again with a defensive board. A little sloppy right now for Tennessee.
Just a poor decision. Good job by Chisholm not to go for that shot fake by Downs.
Bolden's wide open for a triple. Got it.
They used that screen very effectively. Just stepped behind the Heitfeld screen at the top of the key. That was really solid by Matt Bolden. He is a good player.
The 15-point lead has been sliced to 6. Chisholm will try to get a couple back, and it rimmed out. And I think a push-off underneath on Tyler Smith. 1 of 2 for Micah Downs. And a minute and a half to go. First half in Knoxville.
This 2-3 zone has been very effective for Gonzaga because it's really forced Tennessee into a slower pace. All of a sudden they're standing more, and they need to flash into the middle of that zone and get a little more cutting, a little bit better action.
Tyler Smith got his man up. J.P. Prince on the drive. Got it.
What really led to that, Brad, was a ball screen up at the top. J.P. Prince set that ball screen.
What a save by Chisholm, but it goes right back into Gonzaga, and they're going to score.
We give great credit to Chisholm for the hustle, but that save created a 5-on-4 opportunity in favor of Gonzaga. They wound up getting a layup out of it. You got to throw it toward your basket. That's easy to say when Chisholm's the one crashing out of bounds and I'm sitting comfortably on the sidelines. But that's what you have to do.
The 2 guys he took out are still laughing back here. Prince tries another one, and he's fouled.
Boy, another seal on the middleman, this time by Wayne Chisholm. And Prince again had the easy path to the basket after beating the initial defender. You see, watch the seal right there by Chisholm. That keeps Heitfeld's got to fight harder to get around that. It's one thing to be sealed, but you can't allow yourself to be sealed. That's not something that a coach can diagram for you and say, here are the steps you need to take to get around it. You just got to fight and get around it.
J.P. Prince at the free throw line, a little push shot. And again, he's not getting any lift off those ankles. The ankle he hurt the day before the Temple game, as where the carpet meets the actual red flooring. He didn't notice that he was chasing a loose ball, and he hit that little drop off and turned his ankle rather badly and missed 3 games because of it. He's got his first 2 free throws, 6 points and a half, 7-point lead. About a 3-second difference on the shot clock and the game clock here in the first half. If it's coming from the outside, Bolden or Gray would be the best choices right now for the guys on the floor for Gonzaga.
And Micah Downs as well, one of the better 3-point shooters on this team. So everybody's got to stay home.
Heidfeld sets a pick for Bolden. He'll take the shot. In and out. Tennessee rebound. J.P. Prince. Not enough time to get a shot away. Well, the story has been Cameron Tatum, the 6'6 freshman out of Lithonia, Georgia. 4A Player of the Year in Georgia last year. Career high 19 all in the first half. And at the break, 40-33. Tennessee with a lead as we head to the Dick's Sporting Goods halftime report. Carl and Jimmy Joe standing by.
Hi, Brad and JB. Thank you very much. So it's a 7-point advantage for Tennessee. Those 19 for Tatum, matching his career high that he got in his first game that he played, which was against Chattanooga. All right, JD, so besides Tatum, is there anything else to this game?
You know, this is a game for me from Gonzaga's standpoint. They have a chance to get their swagger back because they lost their swagger when A.J. Price, boom, stuck a 3 in their grill, and then UConn wins the game in overtime. And they have not had that swagger ever since that game. Right. So this is a chance for Gonzaga to get their swagger back. And it's something as a player, Ravi, that you have to earn. The coach can't talk to you about it and say, hey, you've got your swagger back. You know if you have your swagger or you don't, and this is a chance for Gonzaga to get it back.
They jumped out quickly as Tennessee missed their first 5, and then they sort of took Tennessee's punch. We got ourselves a game. It's only 7 as they go to the break. Of course, this is the swap night.
88-89. They've never been 4-0, and I don't like their chances. This game is at Georgia.
Gonzaga and Tennessee.
Well, from the rocky top of Thompson Bowling Arena down through the crowd to their home floor, the Volunteers haven't lost at home in over 2 years. They ride a 37-game winning streak. They try to make the Bulldogs of Gonzaga another victim here tonight. But just months ago, it was a different story. November 30th at the Old Spice Classic, 10th-ranked Gonzaga against 12th-ranked Tennessee. And the Zags' Stephen Gray had a big night, 19 points off the bench. Josh Heitfeld poured in 15. Next. From Thompson Bowling Arena, a sold-out crowd, and the Volunteers haven't played some of the teams in the SEC as much as they played the Bulldogs of Gonzaga as of late. They get set for their 3rd meeting, dating back to just a little over a year ago. Tennessee ranked number 25, 9-3. Gonzaga is at 8-4. Welcome to Knoxville. Brad Nessler along with Jay Billis as we take a look at our Star Watch tonight. Jay, we'll let you take over.
Well, first for Gonzaga, Jeremy Pargo, a powerful combo guard that's been playing the point. He has kept his error rate low, and his counterpart, Tyler Smith, he is a really difficult matchup. 6'7". He can bully you if you're smaller. If you're bigger, he can go past you against the zone of Gonzaga. Tennessee's got to get it to Tyler Smith in the middle of the floor and let him go to work.
Let's take a look at the visiting Bulldogs and their lineup that Bruce Pearl has utilized this year, sometimes due to injury. In tonight's case, Scott Hobson may play, but he's got the flu. So it's Mays and Tatum, J.P. Prince, Tyler Smith, and Wayne Chisholm up front for the Volunteers, who are 9-3. And again, in their 22nd year at Thompson Bowling Arena, they haven't lost here in over 2 years. There's the situation since that game back on November 30th that the Bulldogs won. They were 5-0 at the end of that day. Tennessee was 5-1. They were still both ranked in the top 12. But since then, there's some questions. And Jay, that's the question I think tonight, is that both these teams have to show up and start to prove themselves all over again since that game.
Both these teams have lost a little of their mojo, especially Gonzaga. And, it's hard to believe a team as accomplished as Gonzaga has been, they're having a little bit of a crisis of confidence. And it's tough to find your confidence in an arena like Thompson Bowling when you're going against a team that's got a 37 home game winning streak. It's very difficult.
Gonzaga's not a team that sneaks up on people anymore. Let's face it, since Mark Few in his 10th season, 9 straight years to the NCAA tournament, 3rd most wins in school history. And Bruce Pearl on the other side has just revitalized Tennessee basketball from the men's standpoint. Coach Summit always had that with the women's games here, but it is a sold-out crowd. It's a vocal crowd on a cold night in Knoxville, and we're about set to warm it up right here. We're underway. Chisholm doesn't mind shooting outside, and he missed the opener, but it comes out to Tyler Smith, and they'll have another chance. Mays for 3.
Already 2 offensive rebounds for Tennessee, and that is going to be a big factor in this game. Tennessee, the best offensive rebounding team in the Southeastern Conference, and Gonzaga's got to keep them from getting second opportunities.
Talk about having 2 open outside looks, and it's a nice pass underneath from Bolden to Heidfeld.
Heidfeld just slipping that little screen there. That's going to be there.
Tennessee 40, Gonzaga 33. What does Mr. Tatum have up his sleeve? 19 more?
This halftime report is presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's. Every day.
Reason to smile if you're Cameron Tatum, the freshman out of Lithonia, Georgia, career high, all in the first half. 19 points. He's the guy that kept Tennessee alive, 40-33. Welcome back, everybody. Brad Nessler and Jay Billis. 6-0 run to start things off for Gonzaga, and all of a sudden 22,000 folks are going, whoa, what did we come out in this cold night for? And then Cameron Tatum showed them why.
I'm not sure how well Tennessee played, but Cameron Tatum played really well.
Exactly.
He went 7 of 10 from the field, 4 of 6 from 3. The rest of the team was 7 of 24 from the field, 1 of 8 from 3. So it was the Cameron Tatum show in the first half, and Brady did it in a variety of ways, knocking down perimeter shots. He got to the rim once. He got a tip in. He was just all over the place and just did a really nice job of lifting his team up. Scored the first 14 points scored by the Volunteers in this game. And then everybody else got a little bit of confidence. Right. But if I were Tennessee right now, I wouldn't be overconfident. I wouldn't want to get a false sense of security, because he scored a ton of points, and we're talking about a Gonzaga team that has missed 7 free throws. Jeremy Pargo has turned it over 5 times. I wouldn't expect them to play as poorly in the second half as they did in the first.
There you see the flames on Cameron Tatum. The rest of the team with 21. He's got 19. But Gonzaga was very streaky. They started off shooting 60%. They went in the tank and went 1 for 7, but they finished 8 for 15 and put a run on to get to the 7-point deficit. They were down at 15 points at one point. Well, I guess he's going to start exactly where he left off.
How could you leave him open? Gonzaga went to a 1-3-1 zone there with Jeremy Pargo on the baseline. And when the ball went to the right side of the floor, how can you leave Cameron Tatum that wide open after he torched you in the first? Didn't they see the graphic?
They didn't see the flames. There's a block shot underneath by Chisholm. The outlet to Tyler Smith on the flush.
Yeah, I think they need a timeout. I'd call a timeout if I were Mark Few.
He is. What a way to start the second half for the Volunteers. High flying, long shooting. Tatum first, and then Tyler Smith.
To order ESPN.
Jay, 5 quick points and a quick timeout, and now full court pressure Gonzaga's going to face.
Well, Gonzaga really needed that timeout to get refocused on what they need to do in this second half to win on the road. Now, that was not a very good start for Gonzaga, especially on the defensive end, to leave Cameron Tatum that wide open against that 1-3-1.
Here's Day guarded by Smith. Bolden, who led the team in scoring in the first half, going to try inside and got a chance for a three-point play.
Anytime you've got a hot player, you've got to have an awareness of where he is. When the ball gets here, this defense collapses and goes in that way. Here's Cameron Tatum, and nobody has an awareness for where he is. Stephen Gray right in the middle of the lane. Look how much space he has to cover in order to get a hand up. And he had no shot because that young man, as we have seen, is on fire.
Yes, he is.
Aaron pass inside. Picked off. Fargo brings it up and kicked out of bounds by Tyler Smith. It'll still be Gonzaga's.
To back tip it in transition. Tennessee awfully good at that.
Nice lead for Bolden from Fargo.
That was just a terrific cut. That's called the UCLA cut. And Bolden cut hard. And anytime you've got a guy that's cutting, you have to take away the ball side of that cut. You can't let him cut across your face.
Here's J.P. Prince on a nice cut through the lane. Now it's up and down the court in a hurry. Bolden's going to try a triple. Got it. Bolden is the hot hand right now. He's got 20.
There's been a real back and forth between Tatum and Matt Bolden.
Tatum got his man in the air, and then those long arms of Day blocked it. And the long arms of Day snatched down the rebound.
Day and Smith have really taken each other out of this game.
Collision between Heitfeld and Chisholm. And foul is going to be on Heitfeld, his third.
Take a look at bringing inside and taking him outside and knocking down perimeter shots.
Led the team in three-pointers a year ago with 46. His first one of the second half came moments ago to cut into the lead. And makes it a 6-point game. Now Stephen Gray in the 2-3 zone right on top of Cameron Tatum and matching up, staying with him. Tatum got his man in the air again twice, and now that three-pointer won't go.
Well, Gray really stayed with that. He went for 2 shot fakes, but really did a good job of getting back for that third one.
He's either a quick jumper or he didn't leave his feet too badly on either one of those, because he still stayed right with him. You're right.
I was always seen as a very disciplined defender, but people didn't know it was because I couldn't jump.
You had the slow first jump, and then you backed it up with a slower second jump. Here's Gray. Got it.
Yeah, that young man can really play. If he ever gets a sense of aggressiveness where he's hungry to score every time down, he is going to be more than a handful for anybody.
When you said at halftime, I wouldn't be comfortable if I was Tennessee. The lead's been cut to 3. The foul on the drive by Chisholm is going to be on Foster.
Stephen Gray defensively.
And was taken off on a stretcher, and everybody held their breath. I said to Wayne when he was warming up before the game, I said, you landed on a good spot in your head. That's why you're still okay. Bolden 3 at this time. Mays the outlet to Prince. And he missed the reverse layup. He was in a little too deep.
It looked like he was trying to avoid a shot block. Just go in strong and dunk it.
Turnaround by Day is short. And the ball is going to be out of bounds to the Bulldogs.
Austin Day is really struggling and has been struggling over his last 3 games. He was 9 of his last 29 shots. And I think he's a play. He reminds me a lot of Tayshaun Prince. He has got a ton of ability, but he is a long way away from being ready for the next level. And he's got a lot to learn.
His dad, Darren, a good player great player at UCLA. Here he is for 3, and he rattled it home as he overheard when the crowd was hushed what Jay Billis had to say, and he cuts it to 2.
Well, there you can see the talent level he's got. I mean, that young man can play. I mean, what has he got in the game? 5, 6 points?
He's got 6 right now.
I mean, he's too good to be held down to 6 points to this level. I mean, he's got to be more aggressive and work to score.
Tatum drives, rejected in there by Foster. Nice block by the big guy. Chance to tie the game or take the lead. This one's for the lead. Got it! Stephen Gray shocking Thompson-Boling Arena. Gonzaga back in front by 1.
Well, Cameron Tatum went for that first shot.
It's Tatum, Tyler Smith, Josh Tabb, Woolridge, and Brian Williams on the floor for Tennessee. Woolridge will try a three, and he's been short both times he's taken it from the same spot tonight. Rebound, Gonzaga.
Nobody from Tennessee got on the floor after that loose ball. A 7-5 guy did.
Here's Day with a hook. Off the glass. Got it. The free throw. So it's still a three-point game. We're under 15 minutes.
2-3 zone, and Brian Williams trying to screen up top against it.
And Tabb tripped by either Day or Gray, I believe. It's presented by 5 Hour Energy on ESPN. Chisholm, everybody getting a tip in there. Somebody's got his hands in the rim. It's going to be goaltending, I think, on Foster.
Now, let me guess. It's the 7-5 guy that got his hand in the rim.
I kind of think it was.
I deduced it.
That was that math you were talking about earlier again. See, you can't do that. Who are they going to give credit to? I guess they're going to give it to Chisholm.
Well, Chisholm right now is waving his arms trying to get this crowd, which has been very quiet throughout the game, back into this game.
Came to life for Chisholm. And they're trying to stay that way. Especially the student body. Gray will try to quiet him. Nobody goes after the rebound. With Jay Billis, I'm Brad Nessler. Sold out house, 22,326. Have been kind of quiet. At times they've had reason to cheer, especially when Tennessee had a big lead in the first half. 7-point lead at halftime, but now Gonzaga has come flying back. Can Tennessee find their groove again? That's not the shot they're looking for.
Pretty good fake, though. He's wide open. I think what they need to do is get the ball into the middle of that lane where it says SEC and engage Will Foster and then kick it to somebody open or kick it along the baseline.
Here's Williams on a double team that left Foster open on the low block. And the big guy goes baseline, just a drop step around Williams and easily scores.
Boy, a great move and terrible defense. And Brian Williams is just standing straight up and down. You could see he didn't have any respect for Foster and his ability to make that move. And that was a pretty move by Will Foster.
Yes, it was. 3-point lead.
Wide open in the middle of that zone.
Here's Williams. He's going to try the same move. He's double teamed. It comes out on top to Tabb. Missed the three. Strong rebound though by Chisholm.
He's all set up by getting the ball into the middle. The zone collapse, got the shot, and then the offensive board.
Day for three. Yes. Woo.
Tennessee, not only to win this game, Brad, but to be the best team they can be this year, they've got to start guarding people. I mean, that is way too open in transition. And that's one of the best players on this team, Austin Day, a guy that you don't want to get hot. You've been holding down.
Hobson, again, normally a starter, playing with the case of the flu tonight. Williams rejected. Bending again on Foster.
You're just going to go low. That was a really effective move by Will Foster.
I think this time Bruce Pearl might have asked the crowd for a little love. Lob underneath. Foster lost the handle. Turnover. Gonzaga. Back comes Mays. Chisholm on the trailer for three. He does that a lot. He missed the shot that would have given Tennessee the lead back.
Tennessee's got to make a stand at some point on the defensive end.
Oh, big shot. It's been all Austin Day this second half for Gonzaga.
He's got his confidence now. They let him get going. And he is a very skilled player that can shoot it. He can put it on the deck. But he has not played as well as he's capable of playing over the last 4 or 5 games. Now, coming into this game, you know, Austin Day only had 10 offensive rebounds on the entire season. Wow.
And an offensive foul. I think he's running out of chapters, as an athlete anyway. This guy has written his own chapter here, really. But unless Tennessee finds somebody to play defense, it might go up instead of down.
Ball screen slipped, and then the second screen by Day is really being held right now by Woolridge. Excuse me, by Hobson.
Fargo gets it over to Bolden. Day asking for it against Tyler Smith. Got to give it up. 6 on the shot clock. Pargo fade away from 18, and he got it. Wow.
I thought the play was to get it back into Austin Day, who did a nice job of kicking it out and reposting, but Jeremy Pargo with a tough shot.
Now Tennessee's got to find some offense as they're down 6. Almost midway through the second half. Chisholm trying to wheel on Heitveld. Up and under with the left hand. Tip is missed. Prince will try again and got it.
Prince has more offensive rebounds than defensive on the season. Long arm, and he goes after it.
Heitveld stripped to the ball, but
Gonzaga has missed a ton of free throws in this game.
they ever. 5 out of 12 in the first half. 7 out of 16 for the game.
2-3 zone has really taken Tennessee out of any offensive rhythm.
This is where they're thinking, Chris Lofton, where are you? Tyler Smith strong in the paint, didn't get the shot to go. Chisholm keeps it alive, and he's going to go to the free throw line. Friday night, ESPN Hoops, NBA Real World, one of the great hustle players, Mr. Floorburn, we used to call him.
And he was a big part of the resurgence of this program under Bruce Pearl.
Chisholm's got a double-double. His free throws have cut the lead to 3. Day is feeling it. He wants the ball every trip. There's a bump down. So fresh shot clock here. Pargo hit the last shot. He'll bring it way out on top. Bulldogs get it inside to Heitveld.
They're just killing him on ball screens, Brad. They had to switch it. That left Bobby Mays inside on Heitveld, and they took advantage of it.
On the other end, Prince missed. Smith didn't. Under 9 minutes.
Sometimes the best offense for Tennessee is a missed shot. They're such a good offensive rebounding team.
Gray weaving through traffic, got it stripped out.
Tennessee all over the place on fakes. You lift your eyebrow and they're off their feet. Little ball screen, the switch out, and Bobby Mays is stuck too late in getting there. Anytime that Gonzaga sets a ball screen, they are getting some good things out of it. They got to keep doing it.
Pargo looking at Heitveld there. And it knocked away by Prince. Day, big height advantage there. The shot didn't go. Chisholm's got another rebound.
Day's got to get to the rim there. He had a point guard guarding him.
Mays lobs and tipped it in himself after the missed shot. His first basket is a big one. 64-63. Mark Few wants to talk about it. 22,000 want to scream about it. .8:16 remaining. Tennessee now, I think they're scrambling defense, though they might not know where they're going all the time. Jay, at least it's causing a little bit of confusion.
Yeah, at least they're playing hard, and they always do that. That's one thing that Bruce Pearl coach teams always do, is they play their tails off. But if they're a little bit more disciplined and building a wall and making Gonzaga shoot over the top of them, they're good enough rebounders, they can get and take it the other way, because in transition, they're dangerous.
Day and Bolden are the two guys they've really got to worry about for the most part.
No question, and they've got to do a better job guarding ball screens. They've gotten taken advantage of when they've tried to switch. Gonzaga's done a very good job of rolling their big guy to the basket and posting him up. And when they do that, Josh Heitveld has got to be strong inside and finish plays or at least get fouled.
Heitveld's got 10. Day and Bolden are the leading scorers right now. Bolden has 20. 13 for Austin Day. So 3 guys in double figures for Gonzaga. I think they're trying to determine where the ball is to be inbounded.
Well, they're messing with substitutes right now, trying to make sure that everybody's
happy.
Well, Gonzaga going big right now with Foster and Heitveld playing at the same time.
Bruce Pearl is going crazy over there in front of the scorers table.
They're trying to figure out this substitution thing, and the referees look a little bit confused over it. See, Gray's going to have to stay in. I think Bolden is going to have to wait to come in. He did not report, I think is what the call was. Ken Diddy, Mike Eggers, and Rick Batzel are officials. And now Bolden will take a knee. And Gray will inbound. Into Pargo. Foul inside is on J.P. Prince, his third.
And Tennessee had a good possession defensively and just lost a little discipline at the end with that foul. Downs is open.
Oh my goodness, was he ever?
And that's where the pressure on the ball really takes away vision. And if you can take away vision, they can't complete the pass.
Bolden on a drive.
It's amazing how Gonzaga has been able to get to the rim, and it's not like they're doing it with incredible speed. I mean, Bolden took 3 or 4 dribbles to get there, and nobody stepped in front.
Chisholm puts it on the deck. Maybe he shouldn't have. Prince, and now Chisholm follows. We call that the Chisholm Trail.
Well, Gonzaga's first shot defense has been pretty good, but they're allowing too many second ones. You got to lay a body on somebody, and all 5 guys have to rebound because Tennessee's sending 4.
Wayne Chisholm's got 15 points. He's keeping it together for Tennessee on the inside. We approach 7 minutes, 66-65. Bolden for 3. Rebound, Smith.
And Bobby Mays really did a good job on Heitfeld there.
Tyler Smith takes it all away and drops. This team is just scrapping. They are just scrapping. Mr. Versatility taking it in against the tall timber, and it goes. Tennessee leads. Lead for Tennessee since the 16-minute mark. They lead 67-61 on a 12-5 run in the last 4 minutes.
And Tennessee has done it through hustle stats, offensive rebounds. And Cameron Tatum, we talked about him being the hot player, and he certainly was in the first half with 19 points. But Matt Bolden over the course of this game has been just as hot.
Tatum with a career high. Bolden with a season high.
Quite a mop he's got working
A little
there.
bit of that Adam Moore. Yeah, I guess we are.
Just a little.
Just a little.
But we love you.
Tyler Smith doesn't cap the three-point play.
Good rebound by Austin Day. And he's got the ability to be a much better rebounder than he has shown thus far. Pargo looking to go with the high screen by Heitfeld.
Pargo's been quiet tonight offensively. Bobby Mays has made it tough on him all night. Here's Day, baseline hit the side of the backboard. Rebound is Tyler Smith's. The foul is Austin Day's.
See, Day needs to shake it off. You know, he made a mistake. It's not a big deal. You know, look at the look on his face. I mean,
Cameron Tatum has only 1 field goal for Tennessee in this half. That was the opening three-pointer just seconds into the second half. Tyler Smith dribbled into trouble, had it stolen away by Pargo. Behind the ball, up and in. What a move that was.
and a move made out of necessity. Cameron Tatum went to steal that ball. He put it from his right hand behind his back and completed the play, all without losing a step. That was a great move by Jeremy Pargo.
Tyler Smith's going to try it again. Dribbled himself into trouble again. Last touch by Tennessee. Might make SportsCenter. Pargo 6 points, 5 assists. He had 5 turnovers and only 1 assist at halftime, so he's played much better in the second half, and he's got his team the lead now by 1. Ball loose. J.P. Prince trying to flag it down and goes in and is fouled, and that's 4 on Austin Day.
Boy, much stronger taking it to the basket for J.P. Prince. Remember, he had one of those
not long ago in this second half and took it to the other side of the basket trying to avoid a shot block. Here he went in and made Gonzaga foul him.
The foul was called on Bolden, not on Day, so that's good news for Gonzaga because that's only the first on him and not 4 on Day. Everybody's leaving things at the free throw line tonight.
And Prince, not a great free throw shooter, shoots about 65%.
Last year 56%, so he's actually improved. Little push shot, got the second one. 11 for Prince.
And we are tied. Well, you don't want to catch it there, Brad. Full court pressure, and Gonzaga fortunate to get it out.
Now you got to hustle back at the 3-on-1. Wayne Chisholm took the charge by Stephen Gray.
Chisholm took the charge, laid his body on the line, and Cameron Tatum up top made sure that ball didn't get there at all. Nice job by Tatum, and by Chisholm, and a good job by Tatum not to foul, because that would have been a disaster for Tennessee if Chisholm lays his body on the line, takes that charge, and it's negated by a foul first.
Tie ball game. As Chisholm goes up. Rebound, handled by Day.
Chisholm has taken 3 or 4 jump hooks, hasn't knocked any of them down.
We played this much basketball and haven't been tied until now. Chisholm's got another rebound. Tyler Smith looking out to Tatum. Tatum thought about it. Now gets it to Tyler Smith. And it's going to be a pushing foul on Tyler Smith.
Boy, this is a man's game underneath, isn't it?
Yep.
Chisholm went after that ball with both hands for the defensive rebound. And Tyler Smith just wasn't able to get it to go.
Bruce Pearl ignited by that call.
What do you think his dry cleaning bill is? You know, they say Gary Williams sweats.
Yeah.
I think Bruce Pearl lays a little sweat out there himself.
I'd say so. Even those suspenders have to be cleaned every week a couple of times.
But you notice he never goes with the blue shirt. It's always the white shirt, which is a very smart move by a perspiring coach.
Gonzaga 7 out of 17 from the free throw line. That's killing them right now, or they'd have maybe not a comfortable lead, but they wouldn't be tied, that's for sure. Prince.
Oh, I don't know about that shot. That wasn't the shot. Off of one pass, contested without rebounding.
Gray for 3. Bolden keeps it alive. And he walked with it.
Oh, it looked like he got hit by Tyler Smith, but there are bodies flying all over right now. And a premium on being strong with the ball.
All the things we didn't see in the first half from the hustle standpoint, we're seeing in the second half.
And when you get control of that ball, you got to catch it, chin it, and face the defense and make a play.
Bobby Mays with a teardrop. It didn't go. Chisholm with a rebound. Still no good. And Gale cleared off. Under 4 minutes, 68 apiece.
Gonzaga's got to make Tennessee guard here. And the ball screen's been effective.
Switch off as Smith takes Pargo.
Oh, he's wide open.
And that leaves Day on Mays. Big height advantage on the baseline. Rebound Chisholm.
Well, you don't want to turn around jumper fading away against a smaller man. That's where he's got to back him down and get in there and get to the rim.
Tennessee wisely waits for help. It was about a 2-on-5. And now Mays will set things up.
For the 2-3 zone again.
Mays the kick out. Tatum working against Day. In the lane with a scoop shot. Still won't go. Out of bounds to Tennessee. 2:57. Everybody scrambling. Tatum with a big first half. Day a big second half. Couple of fired up coaches. Bodies flying all over the place with just less than 3 minutes to go.
studio over on ESPN on announcer switcheroo night. Nick Vitale and Shulman calling the Heat and the Nuggets game. J.R. Smith just had a shot a moment ago. Denver up by 6 inside 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Don't forget, college basketball final follows Sports Center, which follows you guys, Brad.
All right, Reese, we'll see you in about 3 minutes, barring overtime from Knoxville. We are tied for the first time in the game at 68. Tennessee, 37-game home winning streak since the beginning of the 05-06 season, basically 3 years ago. They are 50-2 in Thompson-Boling Arena. Well, just amazing. And if they're going to make it a 38-game streak, they're just going to have to outfight Gonzaga down the stretch. This hasn't been a pretty effort for Tennessee, but it has been a hard-fought 68-68 tie. Remember, they're trying to get a little bit of payback from that game just 38 days ago in the Old Spice Classic when Gonzaga won it back on November 30th. You know, both teams just trying to get their mojo back right now. Tatum, the three rimmed out. Heitfeld and Day, loose ball, everybody scrambling. Oh. Gonzaga basketball. Boy, what terrific hustle. Cameron get up to see that it was Cameron Tatum who almost flew into our broadcast table right there, trying to save it. Laying it on the line, just happened to touch the line. Boy, what great hustle by both teams getting on the floor. Nobody was bending over on the at the waist on that possession, for sure. Prince on Bolden. Bolden with 22 points, leads the Bulldogs in scoring. 15 on the shot clock, 2:14 to play. Bolden squares up, fires in the jumper. And that was a contested jump shot. You know, Gonzaga's got to set screens when they're on the offensive end. They were just running past people on that. If they set screens, they're going to get good shots. And this is a good shooting team. Chisholm been big in the second half, leaves it for Tyler Smith, and it goes. How did that ball curl in there? It looked like it was coming out. Oh, that was just strength and will and a terrific pass. Chisholm just bowling his way into the lane, and when Austin Day came over to help, he found the cutting Tyler Smith who went right into the body of Austin Day. Really solid. It's one of those pool shots where you go, something's got to be your friend there. A little bit of English. Yeah, a little bit of English. The rail was his friend. 3-point play. Tennessee by 1. Crowd up. 1:43 to go. Nice slip of that screen. Beautiful cut by Heitfeld. Heitfeld was setting the screen. Stephen Gray coming off it. Everybody worried about Gray. They left Heitfeld wide open. Now it's almost starting to get the look of one of those. Whoever's got it last might win. Sticking with the 2-3 zone. Tyler Smith in traffic will dribble out of it. Bobby Mays, long three. Nope, not even close. It's a 75% free throw shooter, but is only 1 out of 4 tonight. And Josh Heitfeld. Senior out of Clarkston, Washington. And he just silenced the crowd with that one. 3 games they played in the last 13 months. Pretty even, huh? He missed the second. Rebound. Pargo had it and kept it. Now it's time to run some clock. Want to probe and see if you can get something easy, but got to run it down to about 12 and then get into a set. Gray got it by Prince. 15 on the shot clock, 47 to play in the game. Trouble in there on the dribble. Mays almost had it. Bolden off the glass, too strong. His ball, Tennessee. Wait a minute, the officials are going to change it. One's going to overrule the other. The official on the baseline said Tennessee. And the other went to Gonzaga. Ball did hit the rim.
And it looked like it was knocked out by Chisholm with that left hand.
Timeout taken by the Bulldogs. Mark Few's team trying to pull an upset on the road and trying to beat Tennessee for the second time in the last month. 38 seconds remaining. This changes things now, Jay. There's only 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock.
Yeah, well, I don't think that Gonzaga is going to be able to hold it all that time because Tennessee's going to go after it. I don't think necessarily you want to think foul right now. But if it gets down, if you can't get something in about 12, 13 seconds, I think you got to go with the foul.
And that at Tennessee offensively, if they do get the ball back, they got to find somebody that's consistent. They haven't been able to do that all night.
Well, first of all, if you can get a turnover, you want to get it to the rim, because that's been their best offense, is getting out in transition, and they've been very good offensive rebounding the ball. But if they get the ball into the middle of the floor, especially in the hands of Tyler Smith, he can make a play. He's their best playmaker. He needs to touch the ball.
And the guy that Gonzaga obviously has gotten it to tonight to almost a career-high number, Matt Bolden, the junior, out of Highlands Ranch, Colorado, has got 24 points. There you see the timeout and foul situation.
And important that Gonzaga has the possession arrow. If they do get in trouble, they can almost let Tennessee tie the ball up, and they still maintain it. Now, if Tennessee does wind up fouling here, it is a 1-and-1.
Dane Bradshaw leading the cheers over to our right. Tennessee only 1 out of 9 from the floor in the last 6 minutes or so. But as Jay said, that really doesn't matter right now. They either need a stop, a turnover, or they need to send Gonzaga to the free throw line in hopes of giving this offense a chance to score. 38 seconds left.
And remember, Tennessee very good on inbounds plays defensively.
In the last 84 games, that's the 319th turnover forced on an inbounds play, and you just called it.
They do a great job of keeping a big guy on the ball and really pressuring it. And a lot of times other teams will panic and throw a bad pass. Now, the middle of this zone, if Gonzaga stays in it, is where you've got to attack.
So 2 points down. There's a 2.5 second difference in the shot clock and the game clock, as you can see on your screen. And the Tennessee fans holding their breath. Been a long time since they've lost Kentucky in March 3 years ago.
Hey, Brad, you talk about the ways that you win and win on the road, and certainly hitting free throws, which Gonzaga has not done its best job of. But boxing out and grabbing a big defensive rebound is one of the ways you win on the road. And that couldn't be any more important for Gonzaga than right now. If they can force a tough shot by Tennessee, they've got to rebound that miss.
Taking you back one more time. 38 days ago, it was number 10 against number Orlando. Since that time, both teams have struggled. 1 hours ago, who's going to get their mojo back? Well, we got enough mojo to fill the whole arena right now with 31.5 seconds remaining, and Gonzaga up by 2. Don't forget, SportsCenter is next. We have all the scores and highlights, all the football news with the BCS National Championship at hand tomorrow night between Oklahoma and Florida. A lot of NFL news today. Coaches hirings, coaches firings, it's all coming up. But now we've got a half minute of basketball left here, at least.
It's like Gonzaga going man-to-man now.
Tyler Smith in the lane. Scoop shot! How did that go in? 73-73. Final 20 seconds of regulation.
And Gonzaga going to go without a timeout. They don't want to let Tennessee set up anything defensively and regroup. Going to hold it for the last shot.
Under 10, Bolden guarded by Prince. Gets a screen. Bolden in traffic. Didn't get it. Chisholm did. The outlet. Tyler Smith at the buzzer. We're going to overtime. We're not done. SportsCenter's got to wait. 73-73.
Mark Few saying that there was some goaltending on that last play. What a move by Tyler Smith. The strength when he had Pargo on him to just scoop that up. It looked like Rick Barry shooting a free throw when he's pulling his way in there. And Mark Few is incensed. He thought that Bolden's shot was touched when it was coming down. You can see off the little ball screen. Well, the basket was touched. Mark Few is right that Tyler Smith touched the net when that ball was up there. Watch this. He went through the basket. Now that should be an automatic goaltend call, but the referee's he was absolutely right.
We've got more time left in Knoxville. Smokey loves it. 73-73, end of regulation.